Staples Guide. This year I'm preparing my own taxes.
Good for you.
Yep, I'm going to be accountable.
Right. Well, Staples can help with storage and filing supplies, plus software like QuickBooks and TurboTax.
Go on. You have my interest.
And now get TurboTax for up to $15 off at Staples.
Up to $15 off TurboTax? That'll pay handsome. Returns.
Right.
Thanks, Staples Guy. Appreciate it.
Everything you need this tax season for less, like up to $15 off TurboTax. Staples. Make more happen.
In-store only ends 4/1/17.
Welcome back here to What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. I'm Michael Horn along with Eric Hines.
Hey, Mike, and on the line right now, we do have environmental writer McKay Jenkins. He's the author of Food Fight, GMOs and the Future of the American Diet. McKay, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Good to have you, McKay Jenkins. You have not only authored this book, but 7 books, including Contamination, The Last Ridge, Bloody Falls of the Copper Mine. You have degrees from Amherst College, Columbia's Graduate School of Journalism, Princeton. You got a PhD in English there, a professor of English, journalism, environmental humanities at the University of Delaware. You're hailing out of Baltimore, but you're concerned for the environment. Is that what led you to this book?
Yeah, I mean, the book Contamination was really about the way that petrochemicals show up in all our consumer products. And if you've been reading the news lately, you just read that Target has decided to make a lot more transparent all the chemicals that go into things like cosmetics and building materials and all the kinds of stuff that you might find because they're chemicals in every consumer product that we get, and we've been doing a lot of research into how this affects our health. But that book really didn't get into food, and so this new book, Food Fight, really looks at how genetic engineering has affected our food supply and how pesticides that are sprayed on our crops affect our food supply, but also our water and our soil and our air. Really, the way we eat has a major environmental impact on the world and also on our health. So that's what I was looking into.
People can look and they can say, well, how do you get petrol and food supplies and everything? It comes from the sprays and things that they use in trying to make these crops. They also sometimes they genetically engineer the seeds and stuff to sprout quicker and stuff, don't they?
Well, there are all kinds of reasons to genetically alter a plant. You can alter them so that they will withstand spraying with petrochemical herbicides or with pesticides, the things that will kill weeds or bugs. That's one thing you can do, and that now in this country is sprayed on something like 170 million acres of crops. Mainly we're talking about soybeans and corn.
Yep.
And maybe your listeners don't think they eat a lot of soybeans and corn, but soybeans and corn really go into making every food that we eat, whether it's processed food or fast food. The sodas we drink, the cheap hamburgers that we get at fast food restaurants are all either made out of or fed these GMO soybeans and corn. So we are all mainlining these two grains in extraordinary volumes every year. So we're talking about a very significant impact on the way we eat and also on our landscape.
Hey, McKay, I got one for you. So, I try to eat healthy, and I've been eating a lot of tofu. And I just heard yesterday on the radio that over 90% of the soy is genetically modified.
That's true, although honestly, tofu, like most people, especially since Japan drives the tofu market, and the Japanese are really not into GMOs, so the tofu market is actually mostly made with GMO-free soybeans. But the soybeans that I'm talking about are the ones that are fed to just for example, on the eastern shore of Maryland and Delaware where I live, we have 570 million chickens. 570 million chickens that are all, turned into chicken nuggets and everything else, and those things are all fed GMO soybeans. So you're not getting it directly, you're getting it through the feed that is being given to all the meat that you eat.
So you mentioned that it's in soybeans, it's in corn, basic crops, it's in feed that goes into the animals that you mentioned, that it's used in hamburgers and all that. What about this story you had in here? And again, we're talking with McKay Jenkins, author of Food Fight, GMOs and the Future of the American Diet. There was a scientist in Hawaii that had a new kind of papaya seed or something. Tell us about that.
Right. So it's really important when you're talking about GMOs to remember that they're very different things. Like the GMO corn and soy is the industrial stuff in the United States, but there are also these scientists that, by the way, don't work for these big corporations. The papaya other crops that are being raised for Africa or Asia markets. These are research projects done by university professors and nonprofit public research institutions. So the guy in Hawaii, he had a papaya plantation or many plantations on the big island of Hawaii that was being destroyed by a virus, and he created a genetically altered plant that could withstand that virus. So his research basically saved an industry for a local population, but this was at a very small scale compared to, like I said, the hundreds of millions of acres of industrial crops we're talking about.
And then stay in Hawaii there for a second, but didn't they find like pesticides in Kauai, in the Hawaii on one of the islands there at a school or something? Tell us that.
Yeah, so there's like a good 3 chapters of this book really are about different islands in Hawaii, and on the island of Kauai, which most people think of as a beautiful place to go surfing and, for tourism and stuff, they have a lot of experimental farms being run by some of the biggest chemical companies in the world. And the reason they're there is because the climate is so good for growing crops. They can grow 3 cycles of crops in any given year. What they're doing there is they're testing these GMO seeds, and they're spraying like crazy to see which of the seeds they want to scale up and market to farmers around the world. So the problem is that people in Kauai are now living right next to these fields where there is a huge amount of very toxic chemicals being sprayed all the time, and some of these things drift into schools, they drift into towns, and these people have been trying to fight these companies with very little success because the companies have so much power over the local politics and over federal politics, I should say, even more so. So oftentimes you'll see like a battle between local activists trying to protect their own land and these giant multinational chemical companies, and most oftentimes these big chemical companies win.
How do you protect yourself against this, McKay Jenkins? The book is called Food Fight, GMOs, The Future of American Diet. I could buy that land in Hawaii, there in Kauai, and say I'm not going to use any pesticides or anything, but because it was sprayed there before, maybe it was dormant for a while, does the stuff that was there before stay in that soil for a period of time? And if so, how do you get rid of it?
Well, the problem is with this and many other things with these chemicals, whether you're talking about fields or you're talking about the Hudson River that's got PCBs in the bottom of it from, 50 or 60 years ago. Wow. Like the problem with using such huge volumes of these chemicals is they become what they call legacy toxins. They stick around for a very long time. So cleaning it up is one thing, and the other thing, of course, is to try to stop using them in the first place, which is why one of the points of this book really is to try, when you're deciding what to eat, I mean, eating organic is one way to avoid these chemicals, but also eating local and eating small scale. Like what you want to try to do is buy as much food as you can from small scale farmers that you actually know, because presumably they're not going to be using anywhere near the volumes of chemicals that these giant corporations are using.
Is that the best the procedure there? We got co-host Eric Hines here saying he's trying to eat tofu to kind of eat better, but if it's made with some other stuff, it gets in there. How do we know, even with the small guys, that it's that they're doing it the right way, or how do we protect ourselves?
Well, I think this is really what the whole point of the book is, that Americans have gotten so detached from the way their food is made. Right. Nobody knows a farmer. Nobody knows where their food comes from. So they naturally are very suspicious and worried about this, and they don't even know how to answer the question, what should we eat for dinner? I mean, that for a million years was a pretty easy question to answer. Now we're so abstracted. We buy these packaged products from the supermarket. We don't know what's in them, where they came from, what kind of conditions they were raised in. So really the book is a very readable effort to try to re-educate people on the way food is made and how they can make better choices for themselves.
And you take this book on a tour, kind of from Monsanto in St. Louis to Hawaii to all over the country to talk about this. It's pretty well laid out. Where can we find the book? Is it out in bookstores now? Website? Where can we get it?
Yeah, it's available in most bookstores, and you can always get it on Amazon, of course. But the best idea would be to buy it from your local independent bookstore if you can order it there.
While you're eating local independent food, right?
Exactly.
McKay Jenkins is the author. What's your website, by the way, McKay?
It's just my name, McKayJenkins.com, and there's lots of information about this book and my other books there as well.
MCKAY is your McKay Jenkins, JENKINS.com, author of the book Food Fight, GMOs, and the Future of the American Diet. Thank you, McKay.
When you really want Italian food, really good Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Why? Well, here's a couple of reasons. Value. You get a lot for your money along with a load of deliciousness. You're not eating corporate food. Columbo's is family owned and faithful to their long-held family recipes. We're talking service that's never fawning. You'll never get, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'll be your server tonight." Please. Jazz every night, sizzling steaks, luscious fish entrees, yummy Italian specialties, and the world's greatest meatballs. Need I say more? Oh, I will. Value, deliciousness, Italian family specialties, friendly service. Columbo's. Yes! That little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Mangia.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Welcome back here to What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. Michael Horn with Eric Hines. You know, Eric, we've been doing this feature, and I thought we'd try to wrap it up today on all the places you can go during your birthday day or birthday month. And we're talking about a lot of different restaurants that would make like 75 restaurants by the time we get through with this that have items available for you on your birthday. So this is something to copy and to keep with you, I think.
I think so as well, Mike. I know that I'm a big fan of going to get my free scoop of ice cream when I go to Baskin-Robbins. So
well, see,
yeah,
and you're right. Baskin-Robbins has that. You got a scoop of ice cream as a member of their birthday club. But if you want yogurt, TCBY, you can join the TCBY frozen yogurt for your birthday. Join I guess it's called My TCBY, and you get a free frozen yogurt on your birthday. Now, a lot of these, again, I mentioned, are on your birthday, so you got to pick and choose, but some are all throughout your birthday month.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, TGI Fridays. They make they have a dessert during your birthday month. You got a free dessert during your birthday month. Just ask for more stripes. And that's how you get it there on the TGI Fridays.
Is that the code word?
Yeah, that's, I guess, the code word. Waffle House. This is big across the country. The Waffle House Regulars Clubs gives you a free birthday waffle. Whataburger, that's another one you see as you're driving across the country. You get a free Just a Burger by signing up on your birthday. So you can do that. And then Wendy's, you can get a free Frosty when you sign up for the Wendy Mail. French fries for dipping not included in that, by the way. You ever see people do that where they dip the French fries in that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was there once with Paul Stern at a Wendy's because he loved the place, and they have these Frosties, and they're so hard when you get them because they're cold, you can't eat them for a while. You got to stick them up on the dashboard and hope that it's 105 degrees outside to kind of melt these things down. Maybe it was just the Wendy's we were at, but they come out pretty darn cold and thick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there you have it. That's some of your birthday stuff, and some of these like A&W All-American. You join the Mug Club. You get a root beer float on your birthday. Applebee's desserts with the E Club. Arby's Extras. You get a free shake coupon that you can use for you whenever you want to get it once it's there. And just Auntie Anne's, who had for Valentine's Day, you were talking about this, had to buy a pretzel, get one free. You buy one, get one pretzel on your birthday as well too. So all these will be posted up on our website at crntalk.com. We've been doing them over the last week, and you can check them out. Any favorite place you go on your birthday where you know you get something free?
Well, like I said, Baskin-Robbins is the place I always go. And whenever I go out to dinner, I always try to mention that it is somebody's birthday, and usually they'll bring out like a slice of cake or something.
Yep. Well, that's kind of true. You ever notice that people that celebrate their birthday for about a week and talk about it at restaurants?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody get it out. And some of the restaurants will say anybody's celebrating anything. They're getting ready for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that with my family, just the way the pace of life is now, people working and the school and everything with the kids, you don't have a lot of time to really enjoy. So, yeah, the birthday week celebration, I think it's warranted. So take the whole week.
Now, we take our hat off to our buddy David Hunt at Hunt Cellars because recently many wineries from the Paso Robles area, Napa, Sonoma, Lake County, Santa Barbara, Central Coast, other regions, they were invited to compete in the 2016 California Wines of the Year. Wineries submitted their best wines, and this was submitted to Food and Beverage World. And the editor there, Jason Barlow, had a panel for ratings and reviews. Each winery was allowed to compete in up to 6 different categories, ranging from Bordeaux to ports. And Hunt Cellars, we got this information, won in the following categories. The California Pinot Noir of the Year was the Hunt Cellars 2014 Imagination, which comes in from Santa Rita Hills. Good grapes out there. They get from the Sebastione Vineyard, I believe, or Sabastino Vineyard they have there. The Hunt Cellars 2014 Imagination. That's in the California Pinot Noir of the Year. The California Red Bordeaux of the Year went to Hunt Cellars for their Hunt Cellars 2012 Rhapsody in Red blend from Destiny Vineyards in Paso Robles. Destiny Vineyards, if you ever talk to the people at Hunt Cellars, David Hunt in particular, talks about the great soil in that vineyard. It's kind of like on a high bluff. It overlooks Paso Robles a little bit. And by the way, they make their wines to age for a while at Hunt Cellars. So this is the Hunt Cellars 2012. We got the Bordeaux of the Year. And then in another category, in Red Wine of the Year, Hunt Cellars won for their 2012 Thriller, also a blend from Destiny Vineyards in Paso Robles. That's a blend, a red wine blend. So apparently Hunt Cellars finished second place with their 2012 Cabernet Cabovation Reserve, Hilltop Serenade Syrah, and Port. So they entered some wines and got awards on all these. Hats off to them. It's pretty good when you put some wines in there and you come back with awards and everything that you submitted to participate, either first or second.
Yeah, very cool. Congratulations to these guys.
It's good stuff. Check it out. I love that. And it's good to taste then, too. You go wine tasting. I haven't been up to the Paso Robles area in a while, and that's a great area midway between San Francisco and Los Angeles. If you come to California, you want to go up to Napa. You want to go to Sonoma, at the Russian River area up there, and taste those things, Sonoma Coast. But as you come down, you go through Santa Lucia Highlands, where Gary Pizzoni hangs out and has some good Chardonnays and excellent Pinots. Then you get into Cabo. I'm sounding like in Mexico right now. Then you get into the big area there in Paso Robles where you can go and enjoy some great wines. Check it out next time you come out on a wine trip.
Announcing a new handmade glass collection from Crystal Light Bohemia in the Czech Republic, established in 1794. The tradition of the factory remains, making handmade Bohemian glass with a family heritage and dedication for the finest craftsmanship, creating Czech glassware, the finest glassware in the world. Now, Crystal Light Bohemia brings this new and traditional glassware to the United States, featuring our world-renowned crystal products at reasonable prices. Crystal Light Bohemia also announces our new technology, titanium crystal glass, an abrasion and chip-resistant, shatter-resistant, crystal-clear, brilliant shine, and fire-polished crystal glassware like no other. Smooth to the touch, this lead-free crystal glassware is dishwasher-safe, stronger, and durable, yet so delicate to the eye. and it's in demand worldwide. Find out more and order your glassware today at crystallite.org, crystallite.org.
When you've been married for 45 years, you begin to
finish each other's sentences.
Like how Kmart is now
a preferred Medicare Part D pharmacy with
co-pays as low as $1, which means we save lots of money. So I can finally build that
woman cave in the basement, Loretta's lair.
Wait, what?
Oh, you heard me.
Head to Kmart Pharmacy today for Medicare Part D copays as low as $1. Kmart Pharmacy accepts most Medicare Part D plans and is preferred in many. Visit any Kmart Pharmacy for details or go to kmartpharmacy.com to find a location nearest you.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you have severe knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. Finally, there's a way to reduce your pain without surgery or taking medications. Call us today and learn how you can qualify to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll even ship your brace for free. If you have excruciating knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving, nearly invisible knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used one, they're comfortable, and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise, we're here to take your call. Thank you.
800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. That's 800-290-0759.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Manetti. Go to LarryManetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. There is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryManetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you will never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins, plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zeblis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. All at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Say, man, who's that cat coming down the street?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like that's just the man with the bone.
Sure having himself a ball.
Throw it over here, Eric. Come on, keep it away from Bob Henry. Grab this here. There you go. Okay. Watch it. Woo! Three-pointer. Yeah, I wish. Welcome back here to What's Cooking Today. I barely hold on to the basketball. I'm Michael Horn along with Eric Hines.
And if you couldn't tell by the theme, we do have Harlem Globetrotters rookie Hoops Green on the line. Hoops, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hoops, we're honored to have you on the show. This Globetrotter legend is something spectacular. You must be, like, pinching yourself since you've joined the team. Am I right?
You're definitely right. It's an amazing experience, and it's a lot of fun.
How do you get to be a Globetrotter? Do you aspire for that? Do you try out? How do you? I mean, it's an honor. How did it happen for you?
Yeah. I mean, we all have our different stories, but for me, it happened. I was posting videos on social media.
Yep.
And everybody was telling me that I need to.
Oh, did we lose Hoops?
Hoops.
There we go. Okay, Hoops. We lost you there for a second. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was posting videos on social media, and everybody was telling me that I needed to try out for the Globetrotters, and I didn't think too much of it. And then after a while, my family was like, "No, Bree, you really should consider it." So I got linked up with the recruiter, sent him my videos, went to try out, had an interview, and here I am now.
Wow.
What's the history of the Globetrotters? How far back, Hoops, does it go? I mean, they've been around for how long?
Since 1926.
1926.
Well, 91 years.
And is that the
Long
theme song
time.
that they still play, Sweet Georgia Brown, when they go ahead and play this and pass the ball around? Is that what you guys work out to that? You work out to that song?
No.
You're kind of sick of it, aren't you?
No, we have to do our magic circle to that.
Oh, there you go.
Now, let's get your background. So you were playing basketball for some time. You from Kentucky, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, so when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing probably when I was about 4 years old, so it's been a while. I've been playing all my life.
You're a guard, and you played, did you play in high school, obviously? I'm sure grade school, high school. How about college?
I did. I went to the University of Texas at El Paso, UTEP.
Ah, so you went to El Paso, but you were at Lexington, Kentucky College, University of Texas there in El Paso, and you played there. What season was that when you were on the team?
Right, you're going in and out. I can't.
I'm trying to get your college career. Did you play at Kentucky College, Lexington, Kentucky College first, and then University of Texas?
Oh, we might actually have a connection.
Uh-oh.
Hoops, you there?
Did we lose Hoops? Come in, please, Hoops.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy,
Okay,
we've
well,
lost Hoops Green.
that's
I
too
can't
bad.
do that.
Let me see if I can get her on the line.
See if you can get her back on there, and we'll talk a little about this. The Globetrotters starting on a big, big tour. It's their 2017 World Tour. Been around since 1926. That's a while that these guys and ladies now have been performing because they have added everybody on the team. Hoops, are you back with us?
I'm back with you.
Okay, good. I just wanted to find out, you played at Lexington, Kentucky, in Lexington at Kentucky College, and then the University of Texas in El Paso, correct?
That's correct.
And you're a guard. You played when you're age 4. You join up now. This is the big. This is your first year on the team. Does it tough when you're a rookie on the team? Do the other guys make you feel kind of, and women make you feel kind of tough? Do they do tricks on you or anything? What happens when you're somebody new on the team?
Well, no, they definitely take me under their wing. They teach me a lot every day. I go in there and I learn a new trick, or they'll teach me new tricks to work on. I'll take a ball into my room and just try to practice and work on my craft. So they definitely helped me along the way.
Now, you guys have been around over 90 years. You started in 1926. Last year would have been your 90th anniversary, is your 91st season. So what kind of new tricks do you have for us here? And you're touring the country, am I correct? What new things can we look when we see you guys on the court?
So we've implemented a 4-point shot now. It's 30 feet from the basket. That's something new that the Globetrotters have added to their game, and you'll definitely see that if you come to a game. It's a long shot. It's a fun shot.
You were talking about this, Eric. It's a 4-pointer. It's 30 feet from the hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was before you came on the air here, Hoops Green. I was talking about playing the Globetrotters when I was at a radio station in Los Angeles, and I'm telling you, I don't even know if we ever got the basketball. It was like passed all around the place for you. Now, you guys can make people look bad. Let me tell you. Now, where are you going to be? What's the tour? How long is it? Is it starting just now? Are you in the middle of it? When can we see you?
Okay, so we started Christmas Day. That was the first beginning of the tour. The domestic tour lasted until about April. Then we have the international tour. We're coming to the Honda Center this Saturday, February 18th at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. And then we're at the Staples Center this Sunday at 12:30 and 5:45 p.m. So you can definitely come on out.
So you're in Los Angeles this weekend.
Yep.
Where are you headed from here? What are the other markets you're going to hit so our national audience can kind of tune up and figure out where to see you?
We're everywhere. So if you just go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com, the website, you can look up the tour. But we're city to city, so we're coming to a city near you.
So the website for everybody to check out where you're at is HarlemGlobetrotters with an S.com. And I guess in that first year in 1926, history says that the original team was in a Model T and they made a road trip. Do they still, to stay with tradition, make you guys drive around in a Model T?
We take tour buses. We have tour buses, and then if it's a long trip, we fly. But we're usually going city to city with our tour bus.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might still have the Model T. We could have it for you. You, by the way, have taught kids, haven't you? You have spent some time being a mentor and a coach. Tell us about that.
Me personally?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have at home. I like working with kids. Doing like personal training and just branching out to them so they can start at a young age, just like I did as well.
And you've played in many places. You know, my favorite country, I've toured there a few times, is the Czech Republic. What was that like when you played with my Czech brethren there, probably in Prague? What was that like?
It was a lot different. That was my first time playing professional basketball, and that was the first place I went to. It was a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect, but, I enjoyed it while I was there.
Did they give you any of that good Czech beer? Never mind. I don't want to talk about. I'm sure you didn't. Also, you played in Spain. You were in Mexico, and you have a graduate degree in sports management from Southern New Hampshire University too. So, and she is really being shy here about this because she says she's always wanted to have a positive impact and be able to make someone smile. And basketball gives me the opportunity to reach out and inspire the youth. And I think that's a really big deal. That not only do the Globetrotters perform and bring us smiles and entertainment, but you're helping out the kids to get them inspired too, Hoops. We really appreciate that. That's great work.
Thank you.
All right, they're in Southern California, I guess, this weekend. Check out when they're coming to your area, so check out their website there, HarlemGlobetrotters.com. Thank you. Hoops Green will be watching you throw those baskets.
Yes, sir.
We've got to figure out a way to save energy, babe. Our heating bills are crazy.
See this?
Whoa, what's that? A new remote?
It is. Budget Blinds was here this morning and installed these motorized shades in the kitchen. Come here, watch.
So I just sit here, they open, they close. This is really very cool.
Yeah, Budget Blinds comes in and measures, then they install everything. Oh, you didn't have to lift a finger, right?
Hey, I like that almost as much as the remote, but we were talking about saving energy.
Yes, right. See, the shades are also on a timer.
A timer?
You program the timer to open them in the morning and let the sun in, then close in the evening to keep in the warmth.
Maybe we should do the rest of the house.
What a great idea, honey.
Right now, during Budget Blind's Luxury Within Reach event, motorized window coverings are more affordable than ever. The more you buy, the more you save, with savings up to $2,000. Hurry and call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now before this offer ends, or go online to budgetblinds.com. Don't miss out. Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now. Offer good on select products at participating independently owned and operated franchises. Restrictions may apply. Ask for details.
The U.S. economy has been getting stronger, and home values have been increasing. This good economic news presents a unique financial opportunity for you. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Many of our clients have been taking cash out of their homes, a strategy that might work for you. The smart move is to refinance your mortgage right now with Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.18%, APR 4.35%. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN to see how much we can lower your mortgage payment. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the third year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
We're back here on What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. Well, we had 75 places that'll celebrate your birthday on your birthday or birthday month. We got something new here, and this is 50 brain food snacks that don't taste like tree bark. Now, you mentioned, I'm Michael Horn along with Eric Hines. You mentioned, here we're doing the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. And are you really eating tofu? I mean, seriously?
Oh, yeah, I eat tofu probably 3 times a week, yeah.
Does it taste just like paste? Come on.
No, my wife actually does a really good job. You know, it's all about seasoning because tofu really doesn't have any flavor at all.
Right.
So it's all about seasoning. And, I mean, it's a good source of protein, but you definitely got to know how to cook it. What she does is she usually puts a lot of garlic powder, onions, or fresh garlic in there, and then pan sears it so it gets a nice brown, crispy edge. And, yeah, it tastes great. Mix it with some rice or in a taco, like have a wrap. It's really good.
Wouldn't quinoa be better? You can throw the same seasonings on the quinoa.
That's the other 2 nights a week.
Thank you very much. The tofu is made from the soybean, as it mentions, from bean, but it is in with the seasoning a little bit. So we're going to talk about 50 brain food snacks that don't taste, and they maybe have the seasoning. Now, the first one is pretty easy. This one I would grab and move towards. Actually, the first couple, maybe first three, and that's mixed berries.
Oh, yeah.
See, these are not, these are, actually, you're going to find all of these are going to be palatable for you. This is some of the best brain foods, and you can get fresh varieties, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. You can keep them in your office refrigerator, a quick boost. A lot of people get them frozen now and make smoothies out of them. Have you done that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Buy those frozen berries and then chop them up to a little water in there with them or whatever you want to put in. Then there's and since I mentioned that, there's frozen blueberries. They last a little bit longer. You grab a quick bite at the last minute. You also can freeze these blueberries, eat a handful of them. Have you done that? I've done that even with the grapes. You get fresh grapes, put them in the freezer, and it makes a great dessert because they got a little that icy feel to it, but they're still grapey, and they're wonderful. You can get a boost out of those.
Oh, absolutely. The only thing about the blueberries, though, is, if you eat them when they're frozen, you end up having like a purple hand.
Yeah, be careful on that because they do melt there as well. Yeah. Dried berries, you can buy dried berries like cranberries. You don't need to have them refrigerated, so you can keep a bag of them right on your desk in the office for a little snack. And then they have such things like avocado toast. This is another great brain-boosting food. You can slice it or mash up half an avocado and then spread it on some toast. Now, this would be a great idea. People like guacamole. They're dipping it, and then they like avocados. You just spread them on some toast, and you can put pepper or some other spices on there. Get your wife to do that. That would be great.
That sounds really good. Yeah, I love guacamole, and what better way to use avocados than just throw it on some bread? It actually sounds pretty delicious.
And I found some gluten-free bread a while back at a Costco. I believe they sell it nationwide, and it's made with nuts and stuff. It's a smaller loaf. It looks like those more mini-style loaves, but you toast that up in the toaster and spread this on there. This would be pretty healthful, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Since we mentioned avocado toast, we'll go right into guacamole. That's another good way. Make it yourself. It's even better because you can watch what you put into it. And they say avocado has fat, but it's the good fat. It's got those the good fats in there for you, too. You can also, if you're a chip fanatic, you can look for whole grain chips. And these are out in abundance now. You go into a store, there's tons of chips made with quinoa or whatever. So if you've got your avocado or some other dip, you can pick out chips or crackers that include whole grains or that have non-gluten grains in them. Have you seen those, Eric?
I sure have. Yeah, it used to be only an item you could buy at like health food stores or at Trader Joe's, but now I've noticed them at the regular chain grocery stores.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I go a lot to the big box stores, and they have big bags of these things, and they... there's popcorn chips they make now. There's, I mentioned, gluten-free quinoa chips over there, whole grain chips that are there. Really good. You get the old-fashioned potato chips, too. There's some that have potato chips that are made with olive oil. And those seems to be tasty. It might just be they have more salt. I don't believe those are...
The baked ones, too. That's another new thing.
Baked are better, yeah. But I probably stay away from the potato chips and that sort of thing and go to the whole grains or these quinoa-type things. You can enjoy chips and salsa. They say whole grain tortilla chips with tomato salsa. Tomato contains antioxidants. It can contribute to a stronger brain activity for you. And the salsa is good. I like to put salsa on things. I'll mix it in with that quinoa that I talked about because that's good for you too.
Oh, absolutely.
You like the spicy salsa or the mild?
I like it spicy. I like to have a little bite to my salsa. Yeah.
You were talking about that you like, the spicier the better. You've been going to a lot of restaurants around the office and trying to kick it up a notch. Is that true?
So you heard that. Yeah, I was mentioning to Jose, there's a restaurant around here that I kind of visit regularly. And they've now been tuned into the fact that I like the spicy food. And so every time I go in there, it seems like they're turning it up a little bit hotter and hotter every time I go in there.
I went to a Mediterranean restaurant, and this one was, I thought, Mediterranean, Greek salad going to be good. No, it was like Lebanese style. Wow. And there was baba ganoush, and there was all that kind of hummus in there and stuff. The only thing is, I'm trying to stay away from gluten, so everything was there with a pita chip or whatever it might be. But they did have kind of a hot jalapeno pepper that was sitting there that you could try. That was sort of like...
It was like grilled, right? The grilled pepper?
Sort of a little bit. It was small, but it was kind of cut in half, and I thought, well, how hot can this be?
Oh, boy.
And it wasn't too bad. I like the jalapenos with it. They're good. Having that spicy food is supposed to be good for you with antioxidants and sort of help your system kind of kickstart itself.
Yeah, that capsaicin, I believe it is. Yeah,
the capsaicin. Very good. Mm-hmm. I have a capsaicin, and never mind. All right, and then finally, there's whole grain cereal. For this round. Cereal, another great way to add some whole grains to your diet, so when you're looking around for it, I used to always read the box and see how much sodium how much fat and how much sugar is in the cereal. Now you got to look for the grain content. But they have it in there. I remember Paul Stern and I went to this thing where the mothers were out there and they were trying to get healthy things for their kids, and we had a little dinner they put together, and they were all talking about gluten-free. And here, Cheerios has been gluten-free forever, and they never label a box. Go to a store now. You'll see gluten-free stamped all over that box.
No kidding. I never knew that.
And they're low in sugar, and they're good and low in sodium. Not that I'm doing a commercial for them, but, if you got to have something, there's something quick snack. Keep it in the car. Get a little tired, have a little snack of Cheerios.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy's special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Back to What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. Michael Horn with Eric Hines. We talk about this being a travel show as well. And, last year, the year about 2015, I was in the Czech Republic and had a great time with our guide Latka taking us around the country. And apparently there's a famed Czech chapel that I saw, and it is decorated with human bones. It is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
That's amazing.
They were taking us around to these. They got a lot of them in the Czech Republic, and this is one of the 12 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, many of which are in the Czech Republic. Anyway, this is a cemetery church. It's home to the Sedlik in this Sedlik Ossuary, which is a Roman Catholic chapel. The town or the city is Kutna Hora, Kutna Hora, Hora. Latka, if you're listening, I'm maybe murdering that. I should know my Czech language, but I'm not that good. But it's home to repurposed skeletons of approximately, listen to this, 40,000 to 70,000 dead people. It's called the Bone Church. It's got the history. It began long before skulls and femurs were even in the picture. Went way back to the 13th century. There was an abbot from the Sedlik Monastery who returned from Jerusalem with soil from the alleged burial ground of Jesus Christ himself, and he sprinkled that soil throughout the church's cemetery, thus rendering it a widely sought-after resting place for the dead. And there wasn't a lot of real estate, particularly in the area, and it became particularly problematic after the big bubonic plague of the 14th century. So the parish found itself overwhelmed with bodies, nowhere to put them. A crypt was later erected. The other remains were dug up, cleaned, and stored in this crypt, and it filled up pretty quickly, too, as you can imagine. So it wasn't until 1870 that the property owners commissioned a Czech woodcarver, František Rindt, R-I-N-T, to redecorate and redesign the chapel using skeletons. So Rindt bleached the bones, created a universal color for his designs, arranged them in sculptures. There's a massive chandelier, 4 additional candelabras, several bone pyramids, a family crest. There's more. And he had his signature on the wall in bone. And it's now it's an architectural wonder, one of the 12 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, this one in the Czech Republic when you visit. So that's really something.
Yeah, it'd probably scare the heck out of somebody if you showed up down there and didn't know what you're looking at.
Well, you got to be, exactly. You don't want to necessarily to have a bone chandelier or a skull chandelier in your house. Although you might if you're Morticia, Adams, you might be wanting to do that from the Adams family.
Yes, I'm sure some people like that kind of stuff.
Now, from that to the positive, and you mentioned it's been all over social media, our producer, Courtney Cadera, has been away. She went to a getaway vacation in Hawaii, and her longtime boyfriend, Mikey, was there and everything. Well, we'll have some stories for you next week on the show, because apparently Mikey popped the question to Courtney.
I think he's one of those guys that during the Valentine's season, one of the 220,000 people that popped the question during Valentine's
Is that
Day.
how many?
220,000 people popped the question on Valentine's
Mikey
Day.
did it by, has started kind of a little nervous by the ocean side. She'll have to tell you about it. Then they went into a restaurant and he popped out the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Did I forget the ring? Oh, no. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. And so quite exciting. Good place to do it in Hawaii. You'll always remember where you popped the question. If you have an argument, you can say, let's settle it. Let's go to Hawaii and talk about it again. By the time you get off the plane, you're probably relaxed.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
As long as you sit in separate aisles and seats on the way over. Just kidding. It's going to be a wonderful relationship. It's good. Then Fred Dreyer was looking around for people. He said, that's a pretty nice person. He said, but I'm at the stage in my life where I don't know if I really want to get married or have somebody even live with me, but I'd sure like to see him every once in a while. So there's the Fred Dreyer routine. You go with either or, that's what makes the world go round. It's pretty good stuff.
Each their own.
That's our show. If you missed anything, log on to our website at crntalk.com/what's cooking today. crntalk.com/what's cooking today. And you can download our cell phone app free for your smartphone. Take us with you wherever you go. On your smartphone, just dial this number, pound 250, pound 250. Hit send. When the call is answered, they'll ask you for the keyword. You say CRN Talk, and our app will be loaded automatically to your cell phone absolutely free. For our producer, Courtney Cadera, for Jose, who's been helping out today, for Eric Hines, I'm Michael Horn. Have a great day and eat well, everybody.
Which was most important because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. After losing his first choice, President Trump is about to announce his new pick for Labor Secretary.
In the East Room of the White House, we'll have a press conference.
And that's expected in about 30 minutes. President's first choice for Labor Secretary, Andrew Puzder, pulled his name from consideration after acknowledging that once upon a time he employed a housekeeper not authorized to work in the U.S. Mr. Trump's Supreme Court.
Looks like it's an 8-minute pre-record.
Okay.
According to what the script says here. Shall we do the promo first?
Yep.
All right, let me get that.
I got to get the playlist ready, too.
Okay. Whatever you need to do, you tell me when you're ready.
All right, all set for the promo?
Okay. Look ahead to see what we have on Friday. Let's see. Todd Hollander, Managing Director, Head of Business, Union Bank.